let's see how it is done with the help of one load balancer, because we want to access the same thing, right? So what I'll do is I'll terminate all the instances. Obviously, it will try to immediately launch another 2 instances. For that, what I'll do is I'll delete the autoscaling group so that it will not delete it, and delete my launch configuration too. Let's delete the launch configuration as well. Delete the launch configuration. Now everything is cleaned except my AMI, right? So you see nothing is running. I have 2 snapshots of both are completed, which is just now 5:30 to 8 p.m. This is just now I created. So let it be there. And this one is old. Let me delete it. Okay, now let's create a load balancer first. Same thing we'll do with the load balancer so that all the 3 instances will be part of the load balancer. Create a load balancer and create HTTP. So I call it web load balancer and internet facing 80 port 80 availability zones. I want to be in the default. Let me default. I want to create all the 3 availability zones. Okay. And security groups. Add a security group which is existing and by default, and add a target group. So what I call it, my target group is something. Okay, before this, actually, I need to create my target group. Give something. My web server instance 80 and path is root. HTTP health check is index. Just give index.html. Register the targets and review. I'm not registering any targets right now because nothing is there. Create, right? So my load balancer is created, web, and it is provisioning. And in between, let me launch configuration another. I create my launch configuration and my AMI. This one, select, configure, web launch configuration and advanced details, and this is nothing, and add storage and select the security group, and this is the default one, review and create launch configuration. And now create autoscaling group name, web server AZ, which uses launch configuration, and subnets, this one, group size is 2, advanced health check, I'll reduce it to 60 seconds. And load balancing here, we have to, I select load balancing, and previously we didn't select it. Now here, load balancer or target group. So here I'll select now the one which I already created, the target group, my web server group. Okay. Configure, keep this use scaling, and the maximum is 3. And let it be same. I just keep 30% and 60. so that we can check it. Configure tags, name, my ASG, create. So EC2, hopefully my load balancer is up and running, right? Okay, it's active. So let's see if I can access my load balancer. Obviously it is, nothing is there, no instance is there. So it is available, but it is not able to serve any details because index.html is still not created, right? So let's see if my EC2 instances are up. Running instance one, it is one is running, you see my AC. So can I access first? Let me check if I can access this instance. Okay, then this should be up actually. Yep. You see my load balance, for my load balancer, this is active. I'm able to access with the load balancer. Now it is a highly available website. That means you see, and automatically it is highly available. At the same time, it is scalable too. So what I use is, this is kind of my next slide. This is what almost we did. So normally client, let's not forget about this one, Route 53, just for this time being. I have not covered this, but normally when in a practical scenario, we have to reach to the Route 53 and that reaches to the load balancer. So I'll talk this, what is Route 53 in the next session. But we are reaching directly to the load balancer, and load balancer is dividing between different instances to a group in the auto-scaling group, which is the EC2 instances. And in turn, obviously, when we will do the WordPress, again, obviously we'll have a DB instance. So we'll also see highly available WordPress site once we cover it completely. So how to have a, I'll guarantee you, like if you yourself can create a WordPress site yourself with highly available and auto-scaled website using auto-scaling group and the DB instances, then you'll come to know about completely everything of at least the IaaS part of AWS, infrastructure as a service. Because obviously you will create VPC, you will create security group, you will create database server, you will create the instance, you will have auto scaling, you will have load balancer, you will have Route 53, everything is covered, and you will have security groups, right? So that covers almost the infra as a service. Then we'll go to different other services, but that will, once we are able to create a WordPress site completely using auto scaling group and DB instances, that then I will actually conclude our IaaS part of the AWS. Okay, then we'll possibly see other part. But let's see. Now, what is the status? My two instances are running, right? And I'm able to access through the load balancer. If I, even if I delete one instance, terminate, still I'll be able to access my service, right? Because this is running. This is running and I'm able to access my load site, even if I'm terminating this, right? So, but let's see, it should be, I have not done anything, it should be able to start immediately another instance, because by default, the number of instances should be 2. It should again start the instances and should be part of the auto scaling group or the target group. Select that auto-scaling groups. So activity history, let's see. Two instances, one is terminating. Let's see. Okay, waiting for the ELB connection draining. You see this? So ELB connection drain, that means it will have to re-register because auto-scaling the ELB, the load balancer have to drain it, remove the instance. And now again, another instance is created here, this one. So again, same thing. So it is, my side is not at all affected, irrespective of what happens to the instances. And when more load happens, obviously, it will create another instance. Let me do the same thing. Hopefully this time it should be. Okay, again, I have to install the stress because this is a new instances. Stress will not be found. So, but can you, everybody can access, then instead of that, let's load it that way. Please access this. I'll just copy paste this. Try, everybody please try to access this and refresh again and again. Let's load it. Okay, access this website. All of you. So that'll, and load the server. So that's the natural way of loading. Installing that software. Let's see if another instance is getting created or not. And auto scaling group. Scaling policies and monitoring. Activity, let's go to activity. Can you access, all of you? Can you access this link?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so let us see, what is this? Refresh it. Okay. Another instance is launching, so let's see. Two instances still not loaded. Okay, let me load it my way also. So which one? Wait. It's not assigning to us maybe. Free instance facility, they're not giving importance to monitor it quickly. This is, I'm running the 50 instance. This one. I load it, the other one too.
What is this EPEL?
EPEL, that is a package actually. The full form is EPEL package, EPEL. I completely forgot the this is okay, Fedora project. So
Okay.
extra package for enterprise Linux.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so hopefully this is, it's loaded now. If everybody of all of you accessing and still it is, why it is not loading? And it's, I have given 30%, right? Autoscaling group, max scaling policy. I've given only 30%. Then why it is not scaling does not happen? Suddenly, I don't know. It is not responding immediately.
Does that like it has already entitled 3 servers already, including a load balancer?
No. Instances I gave no in the group. Load balancer is load balancer.
Okay.
Instances max is 3 instances, minimum 2. So
So let's give 10%.
okay, now because actually when it calculates the whole load, because one is not loaded, then it transfers to the other because of the load balancer. Actually, it transfers the load to the other. If some one is loaded, the other one is not loaded, it sees the total utilization is still 30% or maybe less. You saw that? When one is loaded, this one is loaded, but this one is not loaded. Right. This gone to only 20%. And this is still, nothing is, what? No, here it is showing SIP utilization, average SIP utilization. It just not took. Oh, what happened? It's not. Okay. Can again everybody access, please? Let's load it again. Something, hopefully our auto scaling group scaling policies are wrong, not wrong. As required to maintain average CPU utilization 30%, add, remove required, yes, 60 seconds to warm up. Disable scaling instances, still only 2. Activity, launching a new instances. No scaling lifecycle hooks, okay. Still 2. It's not loading. Why, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so this should work, but this is not, somehow it is not loading. The systems are not loading. And now it went up, right? 100%. This is 100%. Let's see. Sometimes it's suddenly going high and this is reduced. Okay, so somehow, so this is what, like, okay, we have to somewhere load it. I possibly next time what I'll do is I'll create actually a loader using, there is a, I think load testing tool is there, right? So
is there any online, like a trial testing tool we can try it out?
yeah, so I'll install a online load testing so that directly we'll access. Okay, that tool, no, I'm forgetting.
JMeter.
JMeter, yes. So using JMeter we can load it. Okay, so I'll install JMeter next time and load it so that we don't have to create, artificially. We'll actually test it. Okay, using, so some way it is not loading, and we'll see. We saw that last time anyway. It worked, but here we'll see next time. So that's all for today, and I want to stop here. And again, next class will be on Saturday. We'll cover the, I think, Docker container part will start, right? Anything else? That's
how many more sessions will be on AWS? Like any idea? Or is it never ending?
It's never ending. As long as much as possible will go.
Okay, good.
I don't intend to stop it actually.
Okay, good.
Because some way, it is getting in, for me also, like getting interaction. Sitting in a home, it does not, like, I want to interact with people and we all are talking.
If you can spend some 15 minutes time how to go for certification also, so that we can prepare for certification.
Yeah, so actually my intention was to go that way only. So if you are practicing, we can discuss also. You can send the questions and we can, or I can start discussing from next time some of the questions which specifically they ask. Because my initial intention was not exam. Okay, I wanted to introduce, first of all, because many of us, we are new to the cloud, right? So I kind of didn't think of going towards directly exam, but now we almost we are introduced. We know I wanted to take that fear out of you, logging into the console and working. So now if you are confident, I think we can, but at the same time, some of the things are still there. Like I wanted to talk about the Terraform next time. If not next time, but maybe within this month itself, sometimes I want to introduce Terraform if you want to go ahead. So there is, say, normally what we do is we are doing everything manually, right? but how everything can be done in an automatic way. That means if you want to execute a script, everything should be created. The load balancer, the security groups, the auto-scaling group, everything should be created one by one. And nobody wants to click, right? Nowadays, everything should be done with script, as I said. So that is normally done by HashiCorp. There is a HashiCorp's Terraform.
What kind of script is that?
This is, it is not script, it is a special language. Okay, it is a descriptive language. It is a kind of JSON format. Okay, so here, maybe sometimes next time I am to introduce, so download the CLI. Okay, so Terraform is mostly used now, many companies, and like everybody is slowly going towards Terraform. Though AWS has their own CloudFormation script. Have you heard of CloudFormation?
Yeah, template. Right? Yeah.
So it is similar to the CloudFormation script, works only with AWS. If you see here,
You are not sharing, Punju.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, let me share again. Okay, this is Terraform, terraform.io. Okay, if you go and okay, previously they used to have HashiCorp. Now they became so famous, so they changed to terraform.io. If you see HashiCorp,
on Terraform itself, there is HashiCorp mentioned.
Yep, you see this. Okay, this is a different one. This is the product and Terraform. This is and terraform.io is also now completely. It is specifically to Terraform. So terraform.io is there. But this is the product is from HashiCorp. It's a Japanese company, and many everybody. And what is the advantage of? Okay, both does the same thing. If you go to the CloudFormation, okay, if you go here, the CloudFormation, this is a script you can use for creating the AWS infrastructure using scripts, but it will work only for AWS. So why people go for Terraform is you can do it for every cloud. If you learn Terraform, you can use the same concept for all other cloud also. So Terraform scripts, if you go to Terraform, you can see here, it can work for, okay.
But the syntax will be different for different cloud, right?
Absolutely not. That's the advantage of Terraform. The syntax is same, but obviously the concepts will be different because you can clear the load balancer, or most of the concepts are same, but it will differ for different cloud. But from a user's perspective, writing a Terraform script for AWS will be same for Azure and Google also. The syntax is same. Okay, it won't change. Because underlying library takes care of the different cloud perspective features or resources. So how to create, so the syntax will be same. Okay, that's the advantage of Terra. But whereas CloudFormation, that's why people stops using CloudFormation because it works only for AWS. Like that, every cloud has their own. If you see Azure Resource Manager. Okay, so this is Resource Manager. If you see, this is also another script, is the Deploy Management Service. Okay, Azure Resource Manager. Similarly, Google has Cloud Manager. Is it Cloud Manager? Google GCP.
GTM.
GCP.
Just to confirm, you'd like to call manager executive search.
So, Siri. Okay. So cloud deployment manager. Okay. This is cloud deployment manager allows to switch your resources needed. So every cloud, they have different way of doing it. But Terraform, if you learn, you can do it for all the clouds. Okay. So, but obviously you need to know the different concepts of different cloud, but the syntax and the like from the user perspective, it will be mostly same. Okay, so we will introduce Terraform also, maybe sometimes later. Okay, we'll not go to CloudFormation because I don't see anybody is using CloudFormation really. Everybody is slowly going to Terraform.
Sir, can you please share the slides with us?
Okay, what is the best way? I'm actually thinking of my GitHub. I do have a GitHub account. I think I'm going to share here. Maybe this is my GitHub account. Here I'll share it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll share this. Okay.
Thank
Link also. Spring Boot demo and all this is all there. So yep. So that's all for today. And thanks. So see you on Saturday. I'll send the meeting invite for Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pankaj.